This is The Sit Down, and I'm here with actor Niecy Nash, star of When They See Us on Netflix and Claws on TNT. Hi.
Hi.
How are you this morning?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Good. Well, you are starring in When They See Us, and I watched all 4 parts over the weekend and was just so moved by everybody's performance, including yours. And you said when you auditioned, you had to kind of reintroduce yourself. Can you explain why you had to do that, you feel?
Well, not so much for When They See Us, I had to do that, but I had just been defined in the industry as a comedic actress, a very broad sort of a style of acting. And so it was hard for me to be seen for other roles because it was like, it was a very defining style that they were like, this is you, ma'am. And so I had to have a meeting with my team to reintroduce myself to them to say, this is who I am. These are the type of roles that I know I can do. And then those auditions started, to come. And so it became, in my mind, it was necessary.
Yes.
In order for us to all get on the same page, that I'm not just a one-trick pony.
Right.
I got a couple other tricks up my sleeve.
You have the range, honey.
It's a very broad sort of a style of acting. And so it was hard for me to be seen for other roles because it was like, it was a very defining style that they were like, this is you, ma'am. And so I had to have a meeting with my team to reintroduce myself to them to say, this is who I am. These are the type of roles that I know I can do. And then those auditions started, to come. And so it became, in my mind, it was necessary.
Yes.
In order for us to all get on the same page, that I'm not just a one-trick pony.
Right.
I got a couple other tricks up my sleeve.
You have the range, honey. The range. And I really believe that too, because when you're, whether it's Claws or When They See It, the range is there. And I think for those of us who have followed your career for so long, we've seen the evolution, and I'm just loving what's happening. And, in When They See Us, you play Dolores Wise, who is actor Jarrell Jerome, who's his mother, because he plays Corey Wise in the film. And he has said that he's had to deal with the psychological effects of playing this role in this movie. Have you had any of that as well, coming out from playing this role?
The one thing that I will tell you is that I've never been a part of a project that provided crisis counselors for the actors. So if you had a hard day at work emotionally and or mentally, there was an 800 number you could call to talk to someone. I'll tell you, there were some days that were really hard because as a mother, you are watching somebody who could be your child in this situation, and it's very hard. And I'm forever changed because of it. The day I wrapped, I said, how can I apply myself and avail myself in this space to help others who've been wrongfully convicted? And I became an ambassador for the Innocence Project.
Oprah, who is always, to me, the authority on everything, posted about you on her Instagram. And she said, Niecy Nash, you killed it with Isis King. Still haunted by When They See Us. If you haven't seen it yet, please do. And for everyone who says it's hard to watch, think about the people who still find it hard to live. What would you say to the people who feel that they're not ready to watch it yet? Because that's also been a lot of the reaction to it online, which is like, I know this is such a great project, and it's like, and I've been hearing all these good things, but I don't know if I can handle watching it.
Okay, so this is a two-parter. The first part about Oprah posting me.
Yeah.
Here's my order. And listen, it's God, it's Oprah, then it's the Obamas. Don't at me. Don't at me.
And that's it.
Don't fall in my dick. Listen, I don't want to hear it.
That's it.
I don't want to hear it. So
I'm with that ranking. And then your mama can be somewhere, and everybody's individual mother can also be somewhere in that ranking.
Yeah. I mean, you choose.
You choose.
You choose.
Yes.
But I was she is just one of my sheroes. And so I counted it all joy. You know what you do when the mother of all mothers,
yes,
you know, does something like that. You cry and then you call your own mama. You're like, mama, can you believe it? Oprah posted that? Yes, you know, and so I was very grateful for that. And then secondarily, the thing that I would say to people who say they can't watch it or they watch it and they had to turn it off is that if these men they were children
right,
when they endured this thing, we owe it to them to bear witness to it. You can't look away.
Yeah.
You can't because change will not come from looking away.
I want to get to talk about Claws.
Claws!
Because that is my show. You know, listen, I love a show that focuses on some good nails, and yours are Claws today. You have is that like a Louis Vuitton red bottom on the nails?
It's a red bottom nail.
Oh.
Yeah.
Girl.
That's what I'm giving today.
So in season 3, you got to also direct.
Yes, I did.
What was it like to be behind the camera and do that?
I love telling people what to do. I love being a boss.
Right, yeah.
On and behind the camera. It was a really good time. I loved, you know, we film in New Orleans. And, you know, how do you celebrate your crew? A second line.
Yes.
I wanted to make sure they knew how much I appreciated them. So we had a second line. I had T-shirts made. We had another day I had beignets and coffee and, you know, just all sorts of things to let them know I appreciated them. I'm the first director in 3 seasons to ever play music between setups.
Really?
So we're listening to a little Stevie Wonder, little, you know, Shaka Khan in between setups.
Okay.
We had a good time.
You kept the lit. You kept the turn.
Oh, yeah,
like
for sure.
Going.
For sure.
Now, I love your character and Virginia's character's relationship on the show. And when I was looking at, it seems as though they may be having a bit of turmoil this season because the last season ended with Virginia taking a bullet for your character.
Yes.
And then now, what can you tell us about the ride or die energy this season? Will it be matched? Will it be the same? Well,
I think it was B.I.G. who said it best.
Ooh.
More money, more problems.
Hey.
I have inherited a casino this season.
Yes.
And it is tearing at the fabric of the relationships of these women. You know, so that's a little bit there. Not to mention, in all of it, you still got love lives and all of that stuff that has to be, you know, mitigated in it all. So it's going to be a very interesting season.
Yeah. And speaking of the love lives, can I say one of the things I love most about Claws from the day one was seeing women get to have those scenes, but where they're being pleasured and they're enjoying it too. And it's not just like these boring lives or like these one-sided characters where they're not having exciting lives both in the bedroom and in the office and in the nail salon. Like there's a lot of that.
These are women of a certain age.
Right.
All different body types.
Right.
And are enjoying and exploring intimacy for their own pleasure, not just to be an object of a man's desire. But they do what they want to do. I mean, I play a character who's not married. She doesn't have children. She's on the south side of 40, and she is living her best life.
Her best.
Her best crime life.
Okay. She really is. And I'm still waiting. I don't think enough awards have been given, and I'm really just waiting for like them to catch up with this. Because Claws it's a thing. Like I'm really enjoying seeing where it's going. And I also love you and Karushi's relationship off camera. It seems kind of like y'all keep that same energy going. I love it on Instagram when you guys tease each other in the captions and stuff. Can you talk about your friendship? Because you guys met filming this, or this is when you guys met? Because it seems like you guys have been friends forever.
No, this is not when we met. I actually met her prior to Claws happening, and they were having a really hard time finding Virginia. And I referred Karushi, and I said, well, what about this girl? You know what I mean? Yeah. And she had to come back a couple times, and finally they were like, yes, we're in. So, but she's annoying. And I'm gonna be honest about that. She's the little sister I never wanted. It's like having a fourth child. I mean, if you have a last nerve, that's the person who's gonna get on
the
it.
last one.
Yes.
Very much like her character.
Sit down. I'm every day saying, will you sit yourself down somewhere? But she lives to annoy me. It's horrible.
And I feel like you drop a lot of gems both on the show and in real life. As somebody who follows you on Twitter and Instagram, I enjoy the gems you drop. So what advice do you have for actors like Karrueche or even yourself, Black women in Hollywood who are trying to do what you've done, which I feel like you showed Hollywood that you're more than just the best friend character or something like that. You can lead a show. You can play a dramatic role in a Netflix special. Like, what advice do you have for other Black women in Hollywood trying to find that same range for themselves?
I would say study your craft and be prepared. And then you have to surround yourself with people who see you the way you see yourself. Because your team, pushes you forward, but you lead the charge. Right. But you guys have to be on the same page in order for it to work.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Niecy. It's been so great talking to you. Season 3 of Claws airs Sundays on TNT. When They See Us is on Netflix now. Stay tuned for more AM to DM.